What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Crypto Crow. It is late tonight. It is 1:20 a.m. and boy am I tired. Probably look a little rough because I've been virtual fighting. So I want to start off this video. I'm going to be getting into a series of Cardano predictions that I've been working on for the past couple days and just kind of trying to get a good idea as to what to expect. But I wanted to let everybody know I've talked about virtual reality in the past, and I have to give a shout out to this product. This is, and they're not paying me, this isn't paid, but a buddy of mine I was talking to said that he got something called the Oculus Quest. And he was explaining to me how cool it was and this and that. And I said, man, I can't touch that stuff. I can't come anywhere near it because I get so sick. And I told him about how I got the PlayStation VR for me and the kids. Tried loading up Skyrim. Didn't even get off of the cart before I was ready to hurl. And then I was basically sick for like 2 days. And he goes, he said, my dad, he gets really sick anytime he tries virtual reality. He gets motion sick, car sick, seasick, you name it. And he was like, and my dad was able to use it. He's been able to play with it and do stuff with it. And he's been fine. He's like, you should try it. And so he came over today and he let me try out his Oculus Quest. Can I just say that since I was a wee teenager, it is like getting involved in virtual reality has always been like, I wanted to create the headsets. I wanted to create the technology for virtual reality. That was like a high school dream. I wanted to go to MIT and I wanted to learn all about all this tech and robotics and everything. Never did that. But let me just say that. Let me just say this. I ran out and I got my own. And I tell you what, this has to be the coolest piece of hardware I now own. Absolutely amazing. The image quality. I have been playing this now for like an hour and a half. And what have I been playing, you ask? I'll give you one guess. I've been playing Creed Rise to Glory. And let me just tell you, I feel like such a goober, but this has to be one of the coolest freaking things ever. Knock this dude out. Knock that dude out. I think he was the first guy you fight in the actual game. So my buddy Chris let me try the demo of this, and I think the demo's with this guy here. And first of all, I can't even begin to put into words how realistic this game feels. Obviously full 360 degrees. You start off in a fight gym and, you've got this trainer and, you're working the bags and you're just doing all this different stuff and you're already getting tired. And then you have a fight. So I've got it on rookie because what I'm doing is I'm starting on rookie. I'm going to get really good. I'm going to beat it. Then I'm going to move it up a level, start over, get through it, and then go up to the final level. And then once I've gotten through that, then there's PvP. So then you're actually going to be able to go up against other people. Let me just tell you, I finished 3 fights of this game tonight with all the training in between. And I honestly felt like I had just spent like half hour on a treadmill. I mean, at least. And with my heart beating, like everything, I'm sweaty. I had to take this shirt off. I just threw it back on just to do this video, and it was like cold because it was so I mean, I know this sounds terrible. All I'm gonna say is that this is it was like $3.99. I got it at Walmart. Do not go to Amazon.com to buy one of these because there's just a bunch of price gougers all over. They go out and they buy them up everywhere and then they try and sell them for like $150, $200 profit. I hate people that do that shit. You're disgusting. If it's you, sorry, but it's true. I went to Micro Center and Chris was like, well, they had 9 the other day. Well, they're sold out. So then I just looked them up online and Walmart popped up with one. And then I went to their site and it says they had 4 in stock. That was this afternoon. I went tonight like late tonight, and they had one left. So you can get them, but like I'm telling you, and I'll move on. But this is literally, and it's wireless. The whole thing's wire. It's only got a wire on it now because I'm charging it, because I'm gonna have the kids play with it. And there are a bunch of games, and there's also like a little hack that you can install on your Oculus that will let you play Steam VR games. So, I mean, I'm still blown away. My toes hurt from all the pivot footing and everything. I'm like trying to keep form and stuff when I'm playing this game. It's kind of silly. But yeah, I just had to tell everybody, like, if you've tried VR in the past and you've been sick, you get really motion sick and all that, there's a very good chance that you'll be able to play with the Oculus Quest and you won't get sick. I get motion sick so easy. But I'll leave it at that. I just kind of wanted to give everybody a heads up because I've talked about virtual reality in the past. Terrible experiences I've had with it. I am absolutely super, super excited. Like, I'm even tempted to try and figure out how to do like virtual reality content. And I'm not kidding because it's just so amazing. So anyway, check that out if you're interested in virtual reality gaming and web browsing. I mean, you know, you can do Facebook, I'm pretty sure, because Facebook owns Oculus. Okay, on to the Cardano price prediction. Now, I've had so many of you guys ask me for an updated price prediction on Cardano. Where do I think it's going to go? What do I think the price is going to be? First, let me preface this. Even though I have my little disclaimer going down the bottom constantly for every video, I am not a licensed financial advisor. I am not giving you financial advice. I am not telling you that I think you should invest in anything. Do not ever invest more money than you can afford to lose, because you very well could. There have been so many crap projects that, you know, I once thought were amazing, that I thought they were going to do fantastic. They've gone to the shitter. They've been really crap projects that I thought that have done really well. There are projects that I've not heard anything about that are just booming. So, you know, the idea is that you invest in enough projects, you're going to get some really big winners and you're going to get some really bad losers. It's just the nature of the beast. So, that being said, I am not claiming that I'm 100% accurate. I'm not claiming that I'm accurate at all. I'm just an internet idiot. We'll just say that, okay? Do not trade off of anything that I say, okay? Don't think I could be any more clear than that. However, everybody knows that I've been extremely bullish on Cardano for over 2 years now. I've been following it pretty solidly. I'd like to think I have a bit of a relationship with Charles Hoskinson. To this day, they have never given me jack shit for anything I've ever done in any video ever. Ever. Okay, I get asked all the time, how much does Cardano pay you? Are you an ambassador? Are you I get asked all these questions. No, I would love to be, but no, they've never offered me anything. They've never given me anything. Now that I got all that out in the water, out of the air, okay, absolute fact, here we go. So the first thing that I want to say is right now, I view Ethereum as Cardano's big competitor. Now, I know that there's talk of Tezos and other projects, okay? Even Tron and others. There are other competitors, but I'm gunning for Ethereum. Ethereum is having a lot of issues with this DeFi stuff. Like all of these DeFi dApps, these financial all these different dApps that are running on the Ethereum blockchain, you know, we're seeing more and more issues stemming from various hacks, vulnerabilities, scaling issues, all sorts of things that continue to plague Ethereum. And I think as we move forward and more vulnerabilities are discovered in the Ethereum blockchain, I think we're going to see more positive things coming out of the Cardano camp. They're currently still preparing to launch Shelly and Goguen, and those are going to launch here in 2020. So what I've done, and I'm going to show you what all my numbers. I'm going to show you everything, my thought process. I'm going to explain it. I've even left myself notes. I think 2020 is going to be a very big year for Cardano, but definitely not its peak. And I believe that the peak of Cardano, as well as everything else in the cryptocurrency space, will peak out in 2021. Now, the other thing I want to address is there's a video that I did a week or so ago. You'll want to check that out for this video to make more sense. But ultimately, I've demonstrated how I think that the total market cap at the peak of the next bull run, okay, we're talking like, the week of January 2021, could very well peak out at around $9.5 trillion. All right, and you're probably thinking, Crow's lost his marbles. Watch that video, because the potential peak based off of history, could potentially go much higher than that. But based off of the fall off every cycle, we get about a third of the traction, the third of the growth, each one of these cycles that we did the previous cycle. A third of that is around $9.5 trillion at the end of this one. Okay, watch that video so that this prediction and these numbers make a little more sense, and you're not thinking I'm a complete loon, which you probably will anyway, but such is life. All right, here we go. So I'm going to pull up this graphic. Don't get ahead of me on this graphic. Is this it? There we go. All right, 2018. The all-time high of Cardano was $1.33 with a market cap equaling $33.2 billion. At the time, that was only 4.5% of the total $739 billion cryptocurrency market cap. Only 4.5%. This is when Cardano was basically an idea. They had kind of a blockchain. They had the framework for the most part, but they didn't have any bells and whistles. They didn't have anything but an idea and some really, really smart people working on things. Okay, they had a beautiful website, a beautiful roadmap. They had a lot of papers and documents that has continued to grow consistently since inception. But it was still pretty much just an idea. Now, how much more of a market share do you think Cardano will have after Shelley and Goguen have launched than they had when it was just an idea? You might say 15%. Some might say 17%. Ethereum actually had 17% of the total market cap at the same time. So basically, January 13th of 2018, Ethereum held 17% of the total market cap. This was all the ICOs, all of this stuff blowing up all over the place. All right? And this was also before any real competitor was in place to potentially dethrone Ethereum. This was the height of Ethereum. This was the best. This was like the high school football superstar peaking at high school. And he goes to college, which is basically our next cycle, and nobody cares about him anymore. So he starts drinking and tagging as many women as he can because he's trying to maintain that high that he once had, catching the football, the touchdown pass in football in the last game of his life. That is honestly how I view Ethereum. And I know that there's still a lot of use case. And I'm not saying Ethereum is garbage. I'm not saying anything like that. But I think Ethereum overall peaked in 2018. And it's also not to say that it's not going to beat and exceed its original all-time high of 1,500. I'm not saying that either. I think it will. I think it's going to do very well. However, the question is, how much will Cardano capitalize on Ethereum losing some of that traction and Cardano gaining it? So my guess, and I feel like I'm trying to be conservative, is that we might see a 5% increase in Cardano's total market cap by the peak of the new market, okay? Potentially even in 2020. Now, $1 trillion market cap. All right, so we were at $739 billion at the peak of the last market cap. I believe we're going to exceed that quite a bit. We're already, halfway to the original all-time high. Like, we're already halfway to the original market cap in terms of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's obviously driving that train. There's a lot of activity in the altcoin market, but I still think we've got a long ways to go before we're getting anywhere close to being where Bitcoin is now, okay, in terms of value. So when the cryptocurrency market cap reaches $1 trillion, and assuming Cardano holds 9% of that market cap at the time, that is a $90 billion market cap for Cardano, and that is a $2.88 price prediction. That, I believe, is going to happen in 2020. I think that may very well happen this year. Now, 2021 rolls by. Cardano continues taking market share from Ethereum and others, with more dApps being developed, launched, and migrated onto Cardano's blockchain from Ethereum. But I'm not going to raise the market cap. I'm going to just keep it at 9%. If it goes higher, it goes higher. But if we start looking at a $3 trillion market cap, Cardano's looking at a $270 billion market cap of its own and a value of $8.65. A $6 trillion market cap, total market cap. It's $540 billion Cardano market cap. That's $17.30. And finally, just under the potential peak of what I think is possible by the end of 2021, a $9 trillion total market cap in the cryptocurrency space would give Cardano potentially, if it held a 9% market cap, 9% of the total market cap, that would be an $810 billion Cardano market cap with a price point of $25.95. And folks, I believe this is possible. Now, I know some of you guys are thinking this is absolutely asinine. However, if you look at history, I went back and I looked at Wayback Machine, and I was looking at the market cap and the growth of Cardano and other projects such as Ethereum, such as Bitcoin, and I was trying to find some growth patterns over time. And the struggle is everything Cardano did prior to now, it was all based on sentiment, hope, and an idea. We're now getting to a position where, one of two things is going to happen. Either one, Shelley and Gogan and everything else that they have planned launches. They start releasing more and more bigger partnerships. They hopefully get launched on CoinBase so that people are going to be able to access it much easier. And one of two things is going to happen. Either one, the platform is going to be widely adopted. We're going to see a lot of developers migrate their dApps and applications from Ethereum onto Cardano, or people don't care because by that time there's so much more competition. Cardano has been slow, and we don't grow as fast as I expect. I personally believe we will. I believe that the community of Cardano is absolutely vast, interested, and passionate about the Cardano project, I being one of them. And I think that overall, there are going to be naysayers, there are going to be haters, there are going to be people who are holding heavy bags and other projects that they want to see go up before Cardano does. That's just the nature of things. I personally, I just want everything to go up. I want everything to do really well. I want everybody to do very well. But as far as Cardano is concerned, these are what I, quite frankly, believe to be potentially very realistic over the next 2 years. And again, before you think I'm crazy, check out the other video about a $9.5 trillion cryptocurrency market cap by the peak of the next bull market. And it should help make much more sense of what's coming. I believe that 2020 and 2021 are going to be they're going to be years where absolute mass adoption starts taking place. The number of people entering the cryptocurrency space, well, we're already seeing proof that the number of people already entering the space now is significantly higher day to day than it ever was in 2017. Okay, so the growth is already starting to happen. And as these people start to see gains that other people saw back in 2016, 2017 into 2018 before the market peaked, there's a 2-year period there. A lot of people in crypto came halfway in, came in hell, like in the middle of 2017. So we saw the parabolic run up, but we still missed a year and a half of the market, of the bull market prior to that parabolic run. That's where we're at now. We're at the very beginning of this market phase, this bull market phase. We've got 2 years to continue to develop, educate, learn, and do everything that we can. Make our investments, placing our bets, if you will, to see what's going to happen. So there you have it. That's my Cardano price prediction, basically, for 2020 and 2021. Hope you like it. I look forward to seeing your comments down below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I've got more prediction videos like this one coming up for a lot of other projects with a lot of different ideas and concepts. It's not just about market cap. It's about a lot of different variables, but I'm going to be getting to that soon. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for joining me. Crow your coins, and I'll see you again soon.